Guys, welcome back to another video. Today I have another speed build for you, and for this one it's kind of like a small studio loft situation, even though from the outside it looks kind of big. Basically, this house was inspired by a bunch of custom content I saw on Pinterest and Tumblr, like always, but all of the furniture was kind of like a retro colorful theme, so I kind of wanted to play around with that because usually my builds are super like neutral or like light colors and very minimal almost with the color, but I wanted to go all out for this build, and it's kind of like sort of a challenge for me, I guess, in a way. So yeah, the outside is pretty basic. I just wanted something that would kind of fit the vibe of like the retro colorful furniture. So it's just kind of like a quaint small house. And inside, it's sort of an open floor plan between the kitchen, dining-ish, and living room, even though it's not really a dining area. It's like a table and some chairs. But yeah, as you can see, we're already starting off with a lot of color in the kitchen. I used like this really pretty tile wallpaper with some kind of pastel-y tiles in it, and blue cupboards, colorful appliances even. And as you can see, I'm placing like a lot of furniture down because I just wanted to make sure that I was using as much as I downloaded, because I downloaded so much for this build and I really wanted to utilize them all, so I kind of just placed them all over and figured out where to put them in the house after. I downloaded a ton of items from Gladly Pants, Hydra, Ikari Sims, Shirley Sims, Ira, Veronka, a winged llama, Aretha B, S for Zinda, all of that. So yeah, it's a lot of custom content. I will try to link everything down below as always, but I really use like custom content for everything. I think I feel like I could do those videos where it's like, can I build a house with just custom content, because I really just do that all the time. But anyways, so since this house is kind of small, it's kind of going by fast, but at the same time I feel like I went back and forth a lot with this house with the colors. I was changing color swatches for literal hours. Like, even though this house is super small, I think I spent like 9 hours on it because of just the color scheme and trying to make everything work together. This is just the entry room. I don't know why we're doing it after the kitchen and the living room, but there's just like this little telephone chair, which is like some retro thing from the 50s, 60s or something like that, where it's like a chair with a table on it and you put a telephone on it so you would sit there when you're on the phone. I imagine the sim really likes collecting vintage pieces and kind of like mixing that in with more trendy stuff, if that makes sense. In my opinion, it does look a little bit micro trendy with all the flowers and everything, but I do believe that this sim is not, what's the word? He's a sustainable shopper. But yeah, as you can see, I try to add a lot of color couches, color wallpaper. I usually, surprisingly, I don't really do color wallpapers very often. I think if anything, if I do use color wallpapers, they're like in kids' rooms, but I felt like this was obviously the perfect opportunity to do so. And I think this yellow wallpaper especially like brightens the room, and lots of rugs. I will say some of the custom content is kind of alpha. I did want to go for Max's match, but a lot of the items that I wanted to use were kind of alpha, if that makes any sense, because I couldn't really find that much retro pastel-y items that were Max's match, or they're kind of like Max's mix, if that makes any sense. But yeah, there's like a mix. I think it's not too bad. I think this would blend in pretty well in your house. And for this house, again, I think 2 Sims could live in here and a dog. I was thinking of a cat, but I also didn't have space for a litter or like a cat tower or anything like that. So there's just a pet bed and a food bowl. So I guess it's a dog. As you can see, I'm really going back and forth with this entryway, changing the color of everything. I'm also using the tool mod, which allows me to, I always say this in my videos, but it allows me to like elevate things more precisely. And I don't know if you could tell, but I can put in like decimal numbers so it goes up like slightly instead of a lot when you use the 9 and the 0 keys, stuff like that. I really try to make this like a maximal house. I try to fill like every wall up without making it too cluttered. I need to playtest this house. I always say that and then I always forget, but maybe I will playtest this house. Who knows? I think I did use some items from Cats and Dogs. I think I used, well, obviously you need Cats and Dogs for like the pet stuff, but I think you could download it obviously without it. And I did use like one chair from it, but other than that, nothing that big. Honestly, I think this is just all custom content. So if you were to download this house, make sure you have all of that. I felt like this shelf in that laundry room-ish was like perfect for that. I don't know. It just, even though you can't fit that much in that shelf, it was a cool geometric shelf thing. And I thought it was perfect for a laundry room. And I always think a bathroom by the entryway is really useful because what if you come home and you really have to use the bathroom? It's just right there. And I always think a bathroom for the guests and one bathroom for yourself is always better. You know, separation. Really trying to change the color of everything in this bathroom. I also put this drying thing on the window. To be honest, I can't even tell if this room is too cramped for it, but I was like, I only put a washing machine in here, so where are they gonna dry their clothes? Yeah. Look at this cute corgi rug. It fit in the place perfectly. Just put some light switches around and everything. That telephone on the wall is probably not usable in, if that makes any sense. I was like, this sim probably like collects like a lot of art, like I said, so maybe that telephone is not there to use. It's just there for decoration. Anyways, now we're on to the upstairs bedroom. So this upstairs leads straight into the bedroom, and as you can see right now, there are like a bajillion things in this room. Do not worry. I was just trying to see every item I could use that I downloaded. So I will skip to the part where I like clean it all up. I was just trying to figure out how everything fit in this room because it is a little bit awkwardly shaped because I wanted the outside to look good, but then that kind of made the inside a little weird, but I made it work. Okay, it even has like a little dressing area, a desk in here, seating and everything. As for the sim living here, I kind of, even though 2 sims could live in here, I believe, I kind of expected it to be like a single sim, maybe in college or maybe out of college. And I put stuff around like penny boards or skateboards or something. So maybe I was like, they kind of remind me of like those people who go to like those roller derbies or something, like those retro people, if that makes sense. Or like a skater, cool girl, cool, fun, retro girl. Yeah, that's basically who I was imagining. And I do believe this house is kind of expensive. It's like 50,000 or 60,000, even though it is 1 bedroom. So it's definitely not a starter house. It's because of all the decoration, to be honest. I'm sorry. Again, just cluttering her room. Yeah, another skateboard in here on the wall. This random shopping cart. I thought it was kind of like cute though, in like this green swatch. I really like these flower shelves. I feel like it takes up a lot of space, which is good. Doesn't look as empty. Yeah, a plant over there. I thought it was cute because it's right by the window. And then I'm putting a bunch of clutter on this bookshelf. I felt like this sim would also like to read, so that's why I put like a little reading corner-ish by the railing. This cool retro computer. I also put this tray on the bed with like a sleeping mask and a face mask on it. I think the sim is a reader. Yeah. Just really cluttered, like way more than I usually do. Even cluttered like under the table, under the clothing rack, things like that. It was really hard to try to fit everything in this corner over here. I don't even know if you can walk through that door because of everything in the way. But yeah, I also wanted to put the mirror in a good spot because there's like that superstition where you shouldn't have your mirror facing the bed. So I tried to make sure it was facing away from the bed. And of course, colorful clothes on the rack only. Honestly, I was kind of thinking to myself, how does this person make their outfits? Because I literally made everything like a different color, like different shoes, different color clothes, whatever. I also played a lot with the lighting in this house, which is again something I don't normally do. I just go with like the neutral lighting. But I felt like since this sim likes a lot of color, they would also like a lot of colored lighting in their room. So I think I put some like pink lights, some green lights. These LED flower lights are really cute as well. I also put this tapestry on the wall by the staircase, but honestly, I don't even know how you would hang that up without like falling down the stairs. But I don't like empty walls, so I guess use your imagination. And I assume there's gotta be some way to do it. Like in the middle of doing this build, I was like, I need more decoration, and then I went to download way more. And I don't know if you guys know, but I did get a new computer, so literally opening and closing the Sims is so fast. I can just download custom content real quick and go back into the game. You guys have no idea, but my last computer would literally take so long to open the Sims. It was, I know this is like a first world problem, but it was so bad. I would like turn on the Sims and I could walk away for like 10 minutes and come back and the Sims would still not be open. So yeah, I'm really loving my new computer. This bathroom has kind of a blue theme to it, I guess. The windows and doors are by Pierre Sim and I think KKB as well. I also had to do the different end tables for the bed because I felt like that was very on brand. I feel like I do a yellow bed a lot, but I don't know. I think this is perfect. I feel like the Sims' favorite color is either purple or yellow. I have a lot of purple things, I think. But I feel like it has to be yellow for you to paint your whole living room yellow. I also downloaded this like little controller object thing to put in this flower shelf. And just put a lot of plants around. Even though I feel like hanging plants and stuff are a little bit more like bohemian eco vibes, I think it kind of matched as well since I was going for the maximalist design. Yeah. Tons of flower cushions everywhere and this chair from Cat and Dogs. I wanted the outside to look colorful as well, not too much obviously, because it is way harder to make, like in real life, it is way harder to like, what's the word, renovate the outside of a house or something like that. But I did want it to be somewhat colorful, so I did put a lot of greenery and even this pink gate, as you can see. I also changed the colors of the window shutters to like allude to the fact that it is colorful inside. I used a bunch of items from Debug for the landscape because Debug is amazing and it's free. I didn't want to make the house more expensive than it already was because it's a lot. I lined the gardens with these mossy rocks. And I also used the llama topiary because I never get to use that. And I thought it was perfect. I put a bird bath and some gnomes, lots of flamingos. I also used this debug item to like line this path, if that makes sense. Because you can't put fences to the edge of the lot, but like you can put debug items to the edge of the lot. So yeah. And since I was in debug, I added some random stuff from debug, like this My Sims frog dude, this llama, sponge, a makeup brush, things like that. And then some final decorations in the bedroom, like these rainbow garland things, more hanging plants, more clutter. I also changed like the regular lighting in every room to like this because I use like really cool lighting fixtures in here, like this mushroom lamp, the flower lamp and things like that. Use like the square one, which I don't usually use. I usually use the small circle light, but I felt like it was perfect to use that instead. So I never get to use it. Just doing some more terrain paint, and that is basically the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a like and comment if you would live here, or just comment some ideas for my next video. I do want to say that I am starting college soon, so my videos will be a little less consistent, which I do apologize for, but I will try to keep making videos, you know, because I love doing it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.